ChatGPT, relate ACIM to the movie Passion of Mind. Passion of Mind through the lens of A Course in Miracles, ACIM. Passion of Mind is one of the clearest cinematic illustrations of a central question found throughout them. What if the life you are certain is real is itself a dream? The film presents Marie living two entirely convincing lives. One unfolds in rural France, the other unfolds in the United States. Each reality appears complete, coherent, emotional, and believable. While she is immersed in one, the other appears to be a dream. This mirrors the Course's challenge to ordinary perception. Open quote, "You think you live in what is but a dream." Close quote. The movie gently destabilizes the assumption that experience alone proves reality, the dream within the dream. Every time Marie awakens into one reality, she assumes she has finally found the truth. Then the certainty dissolves. Then another world appears equally convincing. ACM describes the ego's world in much the same way. The dream of separation feels absolutely real while it is being experienced. The mind becomes hypnotized by its own perceptions and forgets that it is the dreamer. The film invites viewers to ask, how do I know that what I call reality is not simply the current dream I happen to believe? Identity in the self. Marie struggles throughout the film with a painful question. Who am I? Am I the woman in France? Am I the woman in America? Am I my relationships, my memories, my accomplishments, my history? The Course asks these same questions relentlessly. Am I the body? Am I the personality? Am I the story I tell about myself? Or am I the awareness that witnesses all stories? As both lives begin to crack, Marie is forced to look beyond the identities she has built. ACIM teaches that awakening begins when we recognize that no worldly identity can contain what we truly are, the search for the better dream. One of the ego's favorite strategies is postponement. If only I had a different life. If only I were somewhere else. If only I were with someone different. The movie brilliantly exposes this mechanism. Each version of Marie's life appears desirable from the perspective of the other. Yet once she enters either reality, dissatisfaction eventually appears. The problem is not the setting. The problem is the belief that peace depends upon the setting. ACIM teaches that salvation is not found by improving the dream, but by questioning the dream maker. Relationships as classrooms. The relationships in the film are not merely romantic storylines. They function as mirrors. Every attachment, expectation, fear, longing, and disappointment reveals something hidden within the mind. The Course teaches that relationships are opportunities for healing perception. People are not sent to complete us. They are sent to help us uncover what still blocks awareness of love's presence. Seen this way, every relationship in Passion of Mind becomes a classroom for forgiveness. The two realities can also symbolize the split mind described in AM. One side of the mind is invested in separation, form, and identity. The other remembers a deeper truth. The constant shifting between worlds reflects the instability that results when the mind attempts to believe both simultaneously. Throughout the film, Marie faces an essential question. Which voice will I trust? The voice of fear or the voice of peace? The Course teaches that healing begins when we choose the guidance of spirit rather than the interpretations of the ego. Peace as the criterion. Eventually, the story becomes less about determining which world is objectively real and more about discovering what truly brings peace. This is deeply aligned with ACIM. The ego seeks certainty through analysis. Spirit points toward peace. The ego asks, which reality is correct? Spirit asks, which thought brings peace? The Course repeatedly teaches that peace is the sign that we have chosen rightly. The ACM reflection viewed through SIM, Passion of Mind, is not really about two lives. It is about the instability of every identity built upon form. The movie quietly dismantles the assumption that perception equals truth and invites a deeper inquiry. If two completely convincing realities can each feel true, how certain can I be that the reality I currently perceive is the ultimate truth? Marie spends the entire film trying to determine which dream is real. Offers a different answer. The goal is not to choose between dreams. The goal is to awaken to the dreamer. Beyond changing circumstances, shifting identities, alternate realities, and personal histories, remains the one self that has never changed, never suffered, never separated, and never left God. That self is what the Course calls the Christ, and that is where awakening leads. To watch the full movie commentary by David Hoffmeister, visit mwge.org.